Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed. My darlings, we are going to have the meet and greets of all meets and greets on the 20th of July, and I cannot wait to meet you, my darlings. It's going to be absolutely fabulous, and I will be launching exclusively my brand to you before it goes out to the general public. It's going to be amazeballs. The tickets are below. I cannot wait to see you there, my darlings. Food, drinks, music, fabuloso, darling. Step and repeat. Pictures together. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 10 across the board. I'm trying to laugh. I'm not laughing. Thank you very much for all of your best wishes and condolences in relation to my beautiful sister and girlfriend that I lost. A friendship of almost 40 years. Ogali, I will miss you. I will miss you. I will have you in my heart every single day. I cannot believe I'm talking about you in the past. And it really shook me. I don't usually take time off, but I had to take some days off. I really just could not do it. So I'm kind of back, mind over matter, because this is my job. So here we are, my darlings. I haven't talked about Diddy in a while because the case was dark. And I just have to protect my mental health because there are 100 things going on behind the scenes. The case is coming to an end. The case is what? The case is coming to an end. Let me just bring my monitor. I didn't even tell you what I was wearing. Sorry, my bad manners. So I am wearing a dress that Ula bought me years ago. 15 years ago. 15 years ago when I was living in Norway, and I love this dress. It's such a pretty, girly, Grace Kelly kind of a dress. I got a little bit of a peekaboo here, but it's not too bad. And yeah, that's it. Just kind of flipped up the collar. The dress is from Mango, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love yellow. I love that very light banana yellow, and I like to show my arms. My arms are, you know, they're doing its thing. Let's move on. Let's move on. And so we have here TMZ, and it talks about the Diddy trial. Prosecutors rest their case. So I'm under the impression that most probably in the next 10 days or sooner, we will get a verdict. I just want to read before I give you my 5 cents. The end is near. Let me. Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. Federal prosecutors rest their case in Diddy's criminal trial in New York. SNDY prosecutors just finished questioning their last of their 34 witnesses Tuesday afternoon and told the judge that they were resting their case. And then the jury was dismissed for a lunch break. With jurors out of the room, Diddy's army of defense attorneys is now arguing a motion to dismiss the 5 charges against Diddy. They say the judge should throw out the case against Diddy before it even gets sent to the jury because prosecutors did not prove their case. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage prostitution. Prosecutors called witness after witness to the stand for over 6 weeks, including Cassie Ventura, Kid Cudi, but the defense is not planning to call any witnesses, meaning Diddy will not be testifying in this trial. What do I think? It's funny because I read your comments and you say when Fumi puckers her lips, she's about to say something. Is Diddy a great guy? Is Diddy the poster child, boyfriend, husband, partner that you would want for your daughter? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is he a freak in bed? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Has he portrayed himself to be something that he is not? Or has he concealed a huge part of his life, his prerogative, I guess, that his fans did not know of? Yes, he did. But the industry knew who Diddy was. And I tell you this, if you are quiet, if you are silent, if you look the other way, you're just as guilty. This is not a trial about his personal demons. This is a RICO case. And whether you like it or not, and I'm including myself because I don't like it, and I'm referring to Cassie here, there were a lot of things that I wish Cassie had gotten the strength to walk away from. And I support Cassie. I support her. We put hands on her. She couldn't run away. I support. I wish, and it's not her fault, and I am not judging, that there was some other way, form, shape, that she had let this out sooner than later. Here's the thing. I remember the OJ case. Did he beat up on his wife? Yes, he did. Was he guilty of being a bad husband? Yes, he was. It was a very bitter pill to swallow for his ex-wife's family, because they lost their daughter and there was another family that lost their son. But what he was being charged for, the defense was able to knock every single one out of the park. And so, not guilty. I have a sinking feeling that Diddy will walk. Because the prosecutors were not really able to prove across the board. These were S-workers. If they were not working for Diddy, they were working for somebody else. It wasn't new news. It's not new news. It's new news to us because we didn't know that that was how Diddy lived his life. I'm almost preparing myself for the disappointment. I think he will walk. They did not prove enough of a RICO case. Their star witness was Cassie. And Cassie proved that they were transporting ex-workers from one place to another willingly. Willingly. He might get one or two little, snag charges here, there, but that big 15, 20 years to life, I don't see it. I don't see it. And I want justice. But let me read this sentence again. And that's how I really, really, really felt. They say the judge should throw out the case against Diddy before it even gets sent to the jury because prosecutors did not prove their case. They proved to us and showed us the kind of pops he is. That's all. And to be fair, the ultimate shock was Cassie's testimony. It was horrible. It was horrible. With the doodah in the mouth and all of these things, or peeing in the mouth. It was disgusting. But what else is he really guilty of? And that's what makes the lawyer in me, just makes me pause and say, is this enough? I want you to put it down in the comments and tell me how you feel about this, because it's just unfortunate. It started off strong. Started off very, very, very strong. But we don't know. And when I say we don't know, it's giving me 60-40%. 60% he'll walk, 40% he'll get 1 or 2 charges thrown at him. It's the same thing with the Justin Baldoni case. He has not filed his amendment. He was due, I think, over 24 hours ago. He didn't. Do I think that he has lost? He won from day one. Because now we know how Blake Lively, our plantation, beautiful plantation princess, and her wonderful Lion Reynolds is. That will never, 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 never change for me. But once Judge Lyman threw out the case, Justin cannot continue pumping water into a bucket that's got a hole in it. It's still a bucket, but the bucket is flawed. But it's still a bucket. Justin, we know. It doesn't matter how Blake swings it and goes back to selling her products, her alcohol, her hair products. It doesn't matter. We know who you are. And because you have sponsors, there comes a time when you have to say to yourself, what are we doing here? And what is the message? When we can find other ways to file. Clear your name. Clear the accusations. It will have to go down that route. But will you get anything? No. And you're paying through the nose. I suggest that you focus on where you can get your wins, Justin. On where you can get on ethical wins. It might not be monetary wins. That's okay. You had somebody who had your back for that. But now you have to work smarter, not harder. There's no point in filing a lost cause. That's gone. That's done and gone from when the judge threw it out. That was the big shock. That was the big shock, but that is not a loss. That's the thing. You have to look at it for what it is. Diddy's life will never be the same again. He will not be embraced in the society of which he domained. That is a loss. So does he go to jail? He doesn't need to go to jail. He already is in jail. Because the very society that he embraced and lived and loved and the lifestyle is gone. For him, that's jail enough. All are what? All are punished. You got to look at it for where it really counts. And the same thing for Justin. You got to look at it from where it really counts. Money doesn't mean anything. I personally know that from doing IVF. I was like, wow. Money, it came and went. It came when I needed it. Thank you, Father. I was so grateful. But it comes and goes. And so for me, I live a certain life that is rich in memories with loved ones. That's my wealth. It really is, because money showed me that it did not, it couldn't even guarantee what I wanted done. It was a tool to get to A, to get to B. That's it. But did it give me happiness? Did it give me justification? No, it did not. And I'm saying this to you, Justin, because this is a tightrope for everybody. And in the light of my good friend passing away, I have really reflected in a way I never did before. And I realized, Fumi, you know what? You have to live your life to the fullest on your terms. On your terms, Mama. And do what makes you happy with the people that you love. That's all I have left. And I didn't realize it before until Ogali passed away. I walk around and it's a very sobering feeling. I will never see her again. Unless in the afterlife. It's the end. It's a very, I got to go, goosebumps. final feeling. I promise you, when our individual times come, the one thing that you are going to hate to say, oh God, I wish I did this. Oh God, I wish I had done so much more of this. I wish I had taken my life in this direction. You're going to see it if you don't do it now. And I said, no. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it and live with, I wish I coulda, woulda. The fear of missing out is real. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. So Justin, it's okay. Go for where it counts. And don't waste your time chasing something that will never validate you. You're already validated. And that is so powerful in itself. In itself. How this all came out for what it is. Justin, the work has already been done. As for Diddy, justice has already been done for him too. For him too. Because if you think that him walking is walking free, that's not true. We know who he is now. And that's changed the trajectory of whatever life he lived before he walked into that courtroom. It's changed into that prison. Some might say he got away circa 1997. He didn't get away this time. Because that time he was able to go back to his life, to his this, to his that. He's not going to be able to do that this time. That's all I got to say, my darlings. I live and I love you and I see you. And Beverly, I met today from Jamaica. It was such a pleasure for us just to kiki. Thank you for all of the love. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love.